Elena, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be an eyebrow tutorial. This was very requested, so I thought I would go ahead and do it for you guys. So as you can see, the rest of my face makeup is already done because that's how I tend to typically do it. I usually do my foundation and then my eyebrows, eyes, and then the contouring and highlighting of the face. But I thought I would go ahead and just do the rest of my face and get that out of the way so that we could just focus on the eyebrows for this tutorial. So let's get started. The first thing I am going to do is go in with my Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. And I'm just going to go in with the spoolie end and brush up all the eyebrow hairs. And then I'm just going to make sure that they're all in line. And do the same with the other one. And next I'm going to go in with the other end of that same brow pencil. And I'm just going to go in and line the bottom of the brow. Just like that. And then after that, I'm going to go in and line the top of the brow. This gives us a nice outline to fill in our brow so that way we don't get too carried away. Just like that. And then I'm going to go in with the same brow pencil and take it on the, I don't know if you guys can see, the longer end. And I'm just going to start filling in the excess space in between my natural brow hairs. Make sure everything connects together. Just like that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Anastasia brow powder. And I'm just going to use this Benefit brush. It's an angled brush on one side with a spoolie on the other. And I'm the shade Dark Brown. And this brow powder has two different shades, a darker one and a lighter one. The darker one is to help with the outer part of the brow and to help fill it in, but the brow powder will give it a more natural finish. And the lighter powder is going to be used for the front part of the brow. So I'm going to go in with the darker powder now and start to fill in the end of the brow. Just getting all of the edges that we didn't get with the pencil. And then I'm going to go in with the lighter powder and start at the front and create a nice beginning to our brow that blends in with the rest. Alright, and that brow is nice and filled in. So then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I really like this one because it's like hairspray for your eyebrows. It keeps all of my hairs in place. And it also helps blend the powder and the pencil together to give it a more natural look. So we don't have a case of block brow. I'm just going through and brushing upward, making sure all the hairs will stay in place. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same with the other brow. so I've outlined, and now I'm just going to go in and fill the rest in. And then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia brow powder again with the darker shade. And fill it all in. And then I'm going to go in with the lighter shade and create a beginning to the brow and blend that in with the rest of the brow. I'm just taking my brush and going upwards to create hair-like strokes. To give myself a nice natural beginning to the brow. And then I'm going to go in with my clear brow gel once again and just blend and set my eyebrows in place. Alright, and then the last step to doing my eyebrows that I do is I take concealer and clean up the edges of my brows underneath, and also I use it to highlight my brow bone. The concealer that I like for this is the Anastasia Pot Concealer. I just feel like it gives me nice control for cleaning up my brow. And I take a Morphe M432 brush, which is just a flat definer brush. Take a little bit of the concealer. I use shade 0.5 in this, which is pretty light because I like my brow bone to be nice and highlighted. And then I'm just going to go in and clean up the edge of the brow, making sure everything is nice and sharp. And then blending downward. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and then just go over it and blend out the edge to make sure it blends into our foundation. And I'm going to do the same to the other brow. Again, just going in with my beauty blender and blending out the edge. Make sure it blends into our foundation. And then the last step to doing my brows is I take this Morphe M333 brush and I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette and I'm going to use the lightest shade, pick some of that up, and just use it to set the underbrow concealer. This just helps to make sure it's not going to go anywhere, and then it also helps our highlight blend into it a little bit better once we apply highlighter. Powders tend to blend better on top of powders, so it's nice to put a powder base down before you add another powder. Alright, and then to highlight the brow bone, I'm going to go in with my Jeffree Star highlighter in Ice Cold. And I'm going to take this Morphe E18 brush and just pick a little bit of that up and highlight right on the brow bone. Okay, after I popped the highlight on my brow bone, I went ahead and did my eyes off camera. If you're wondering what's on this eye look, it's the Blood Sugar Jeffree Star palette. I filmed a first impressions on that, so stay tuned if that'd be something you're interested in watching. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions about any of the products I used or any other comments about this tutorial. I hope you guys really learned a couple of tricks to help you do your own eyebrows. Go ahead and leave it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.